How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Now, I just want to make a serious video based on this situation that's been happening recently, ever since last month of March, and that's basically the whole situation in France, based on things that are planning to do, which are going to put Muslims in a disadvantage. So basically, if you haven't been keeping up on what's been happening, basically, France are starting to put in some regulations which will put Muslims in a disadvantage, therefore putting them in situations of them not being able to do certain things. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's some things put out by the Muslim Twitter account. I'll leave a link to those in the description of this video. You can go and check them out. And I'm going to read the first one out right here. It says here, posted from March 21st, under new rule, France will ban the halal slaughter of chicken starting 2021. Now, if you don't know how that one basically works, basically the Muslims will just slaughter the chickens just using a knife by the throat. Do that. Simple as that. Now tell me, we're going to get into another part of it. Just reading more about it, it says, some animal rights activists in Europe argue that the Islamic halal and Jewish kosher rules for a ritual slaughter are less humane than standard European practice because they ban the practice of stunning animals before they are killed. However, there are disagreements over which form of slaughter causes the animal more pain. Some argue that a stun gun can be more painful than an expertly applied cut to animal's neck. Now this is the problem. This is the problem. Now, which one sounds more human? What sounds more proper to do? Because if you're asking me, if you're just gonna slaughter an animal by its neck and the blood comes out, to me that sounds more better than using a stun gun to just kill the animal. Like, why? And not only that, I saw this thing a couple of days ago. It just said that Islamic shops should now, from a certain point, I don't know when, but it says that they should be more standard. They should start selling alcohol and pork, or else the rest of their shops get shut down. Like, what gives? What's wrong with selling anything apart from alcohol and pork? Can they not sell whatever they want? If the people want standard, let them be standard. Also, I want you to think about it like this. If people found out how the chicken they're eating was processed, when they found out they use machinery to process the chicken, do you think they'll go for that stuff? Do you really think people will want to go for that stuff? Now I know you might be thinking, oh, this is just a way of processing the chicken and whatnot. This is just the processing of the food and whatnot. What's so bad about that? Oh, that's not it. That's not it. We will continue with this. Let me just get more information right over here. Now, here's where more of the problem arises. The French Senate votes on bill to ban hijab for girls under 18 and mothers accompanying children in school field trips. The proposal will now go through the National Assembly. Why? What's wrong with the hijab? What problem do you see with the hijab? This is for like the French people, obviously. Like, what problem is there? A girl under the age of 18 can't wear a hijab. Also, mothers accompanying children to school can't wear it. What's wrong with that? Like, what is the problem with countries having such an agenda against Muslims? Because look, with this whole situation, it's not only affecting the females, it's also affecting the males as well. Because like I said earlier, about any of them that have like shops start selling alcohol and pork, or else get their shops shut down. For what? Like, for what? Look, let me just read something out here. It says here, Article 1 of Law Number 2010 1192 of the 11th October 2010, prohibiting the concealment of the face in the public space, is supplemented by two sentences. The wearing of signs or clothes which conspicuously show a minor membership, none is prohibited there. It is also forbidden to wear by minors any clothing or clothing that would mean inferior inferiorization of women over men. What? Like, what? Oh my God. The object says, while there is no question of prohibiting freedom of worship and opinion, it is on the other hand, while there is no question of prohibiting freedom of worship and opinion, it is on the other hand imperative to protect children and adolescents from certain dogmas, in particular from the point of view of their clothing. This amendment contributes to it by proposing to prohibit any ostensible religious sign by minors in public space and to prohibit the wearing of any clothing or clothing which would mean for minors the inferiorization of women over men. But here's the thing. In Islam, we are told women should cover up everything but their face. And that's what religion is. People follow religion. What's the problem with people following their religion? Look, I can tell there's some people that don't follow religion. Doesn't make any difference. And France is a home to many Muslims from many countries, from Algeria to Cameroon to Cote d'Ivoire to many other Islamic countries in the world. And they are the same ones that want to start proposing this nonsense by July. Like, basically, at this point, it's just easy to say that France is becoming an Islamophobic nation, just like other places that we will not speak about. But this is an absolute problem. Like, this shouldn't even exist. This shouldn't even be an actual situation. But unfortunately, this is something that's bound to happen. And now, if I just check out, I want to see who the prime minister is. He's the president. Oh yeah, Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, is probably the one that's going to allow all this to happen. And this is the case. Like, some of these people are just brain dead. And now, the election for France is going to come out very, very soon in 2022. And I feel like whoever it is, that person is just going to lose their place. Most likely going to lose their place because I can tell there's many people in that same nation of France that do not agree with all these implementations being put to all the Islamic people. Like, it's not fair, and I just don't agree with it all at the slightest. Like, something needs to be done about this. Please share this video around with everybody that needs to know about this. And yeah, Ramadan is just nearby, and with these things happening, it's not something you're happy to see. But anyways, share this video around. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Take care.